KendoReact is a component library with a lot of history. While other libraries have come and gone, we have been proud to be part of the React community since 2018. If you haven't taken a look in a few years, then you might think that we're just kind of holding down the fort over here, maintaining the status quo. But that is where you would be wrong. In fact, we have been growing and changing quite a bit over those 7 years, including new components, new features, new integrations, new design tools, and, did I mention, a completely free version of the library? That's right, things have been pretty busy over here. So if you thought you knew KendoReact, maybe it's time to think again. Previously, yes, we did require a paid license to use KendoReact. But as of March 2025, we are introducing KendoReact Free. KendoReact Free is a collection of our most popular and beloved components, all yours for the low price of nothing at all. Everything from buttons to breadcrumbs, toolbars to typography, date selectors to data grids, yes, even the data grid. You will find everything you need to build beautiful, accessible, user-friendly React apps in our free library. This free version offers a selection of the same high-quality components in a smaller, streamlined package for folks that just need the basics. If you find yourself needing a little bit more, whether that's more components like our extensive library of data visualization options or our super powerful editor, or maybe more extras like our plug-and-play page templates and building blocks or around-the-clock priority support. In that case, a subscription plan might still be the right fit for you. But for everyone else, we invite you to play, learn, build, and ship with KendoReact Free. Oh, so much. We have been really optimizing our integrations recently. In the last year, we added Astro, Next.js, and Vite integrations, including CLI options. We also really got ahead of the curve with React server component support. In fact, KendoReact is one of the first libraries to include a server component with our experimental server grid. Our commitment to staying on top of new developments in the React ecosystem meant that we could proudly offer day zero support for React 19 as soon as it dropped. If you prefer to move a little slower, play it a little safer, don't worry. You don't have to upgrade to the latest React version to use KendoReact. In fact, as of right now, in early 2025, we offer legacy support back to React version 16.8.2. If you are watching this in the future, that specific version may have changed as React changes and evolves. But you can always check our system requirements in the link shown here. No worries. We have got a seriously wide array of design tools. Some of them are made for folks who don't feel super comfortable making design decisions. But we also have others available for teams that do work with UI or UX designers, or for design engineers who both code and design. If you are a developer who just wants to focus on the code and build apps with a solid user interface, we have got some fantastic options to make that easier and faster. Our themes allow you to match the look and feel of KendoReact components to other popular pre-existing design systems, things like Fluent or Bootstrap or Material. If you don't want to use any of those, our components are automatically styled in the KendoReact default theme. And I might be biased, but I do think they look pretty great right out of the box. You can, of course, apply your own colors to any of those themes. But if the thought of picking out a color palette that all coordinates and works perfectly together makes you feel a little nervous, then you can also just choose from our library of pre-made swatches. Swatches are balanced and beautiful color schemes picked out by our design team, so you don't have to. There are swatches for light mode, dark mode, even high contrast swatches for accessibility. Just pick one, add it to your project, and you're done. If you need to use brand colors, but you still don't want to write any CSS, there's also the ThemeBuilder. But we'll come back to that one a little bit later. Beyond just the look and feel of the components, we also have some good options for handling page layout. If you really want to get an app up and going quickly, our UI templates and building blocks are exactly what you need. Page templates are like pre-built common layouts, things like dashboards or landing pages or e-commerce listings. You can install them and customize them based on your app requirements. Building blocks are groups of components that have been combined into commonly used interface patterns, so things like pricing sections, or login modals, or contact forms. These bite-sized pieces of pre-made UI can be copied and pasted directly into your project. Hey, me too! I was actually a designer long before I was a developer, and I remember how frustrating it was to have to work with tools that only catered to a developer experience and completely disregarded the design experience. Even though, ideally, it's kind of meant to be a partnership, right? Designers love our Figma UI kits, which offer an exact one-to-one visual duplicate of our components in the software that they are most comfortable with. With our Figma kits, designers can create mockups and prototypes using the same library of components that the developers will use to build out the final application. We also have design documentation for all of our components. This allows designers to understand all the components available to them, how they work, what features they include, how they can be customized, all without having to try and wade through developer documentation that wasn't written for them and often doesn't even include the information they really need to know. If you have a design system, or if you're thinking about starting one, we also have resources for that. Our design system kit offers detailed information on all aspects of our components. Ever been curious about our spacing system? Need the specifics on our icon library? No matter how deep you want to deep dive, the information can be found in the design system kit. With these tools, there's no more trying to translate design ideas from a Figma file into components and code and then just kind of landing on some compromise that's good enough but not great. Now, everybody can speak the same language from the very beginning. And it's not just that. We also have a great tool to help keep everyone aligned throughout the handoff and development process as well. You guessed it. ThemeBuilder is a WYSIWYG component styling tool that allows users to make detailed adjustments to the look and feel of your KendoReact components. Designers can import their work directly from Figma, including Figma to HTML conversion for non-KendoReact components, and then tweak and adjust as needed in the ThemeBuilder, all without having to write any code. This allows designers to double-check that everything works exactly as they intended with our live preview, which allows people to click on buttons, open drop-downs, and really get in there. Developers who don't want to write CSS can also leverage these WYSIWYG controls. Or, if they prefer, they can make their changes directly in the built-in code editor. Then they export the styling changes as CSS or Sass that can be dropped directly into the project, no further adjustments needed. If you're a developer working alone, ThemeBuilder is a great way to make changes to the look and feel of KendoReact components without having to deal with the CSS. If you're on a team, ThemeBuilder is the perfect hub for designers and developers to collaborate, letting each party work where they're most comfortable and still maintaining a single shared source of truth. There is a free version of the ThemeBuilder as well. You can make changes to colors and other base variables across that library and export the CSS, all completely for free. If you want to take a closer look at individual level component edits or maybe take advantage of those Figma integrations though, a ThemeBuilder license could be the right fit for you. And really, we only just barely scratched the surface in this video. If you want to hear a little bit more about our focus on performance, our WCAG 2.2 and Section 508 accessibility compliance, our award-winning support, and so much more, just check the link in the description below. Or, hey, just grab our free components and start building. It will not take long to see why KendoReact has stood the test of time. After all, 7 years is like forever in web development time, right?